Good day, everyone. Today we're going to do the VLSM bucket tracer activity. So here is the activity. As we can see, there are four networks shown. The yellow one you have 32 hosts. It should have 32 hosts. In the sky blue one should have 14 hosts. In the green one should have 8 hosts. And for the router to router should have two hosts. So here uh, there are 32, 14, 8, and 2. So we need four networks. So uh, for the formula, 2 raised to the power of uh, n. So 2 raised to the power of 2. So equals to 4. So we have four networks. So we borrowed 2 bits in the network. So there are remaining 6 zeros, so 2 raised to the power of n minus 2, so 2 raised to the power of 6 minus 2 is equals to 64 minus 2. So there are 62 hosts per network. Here, for the first network, we need 32 hosts. So there is 32 in the cheat sheet, but uh, it will be deducted for by 2 for the subnet and the broadcast address. So uh, the next one is the 64, so it should be the one. So 192.168.1.0 for the slash 26, and the host range is 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.62. The broadcast address is 192.168.1.63. So there are 62 hosts in this network. Next is the Sky Blue network. So 192.168.1.64. Uh, slash. In this network, it should have at least 14 hosts. So we will use the slash 28. So 192.168.1.65, 192.168.1.78. So the broadcast address will be 192.168.1.79. So there are 14 hosts in this network. Next is the green network. So subnet 192.168.1.80. In this network should have at least 8 hosts. So same for the sky blue one. Should use slash 28. 192.168.1.81. 192.168.1.94. Then the subnet mask will be 192.168.1.95. And it has 14 hosts. Lastly, for the router, it's at least two hosts. So 192.168.1.96 is use the four hosts, so /30. So 192.168.1.97 to 192 slash 168 dot 168.1.98, and the broadcast address will be 192.168.1.99. So there are two hosts for this network. So let's try configuring these elements to the activity. So here for the router 0, we'll use CLI enable config t int gigabit 0/0 IP address will be 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.192. No shutdown, exit. Then let's configure the PC0. 192.168.1.62. 255.255.255.192. So the default gateway will be the IP address of the router 0 that is directly connected to the PC0. So 192.168.1.1. Next stop will be the Sky Blue network. So router 0 and int check for the int gigabit 0/1 IP address will be 192.168.1.65, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.28 will be 240. IP address 192.168.1.65, 255, 255, 255, 240. Then no shutdown, exit. Then let's configure the PC1. 192.168.1.78. Subnet mask will be 255.255.255.240. The default gateway will be the IP address of the router 0 that is directly connected to the PC1. So 192.168.1.65. So let's try to ping PC0 to PC1. 192.168.1.78. So there it is successfully pinged. So next stop will be the green network. Excuse. Here router 1 will config here, enable config t int gigabit 0/0 IP address will be 192.168.1.81 and subnet mask will be 255.255.255.240. No shutdown and exit. Then let's configure the PC2. 192.168.1.94. Then 255.255.255.240. Then the default gateway will be the IP address of the router 1. So 192.168.1.81. So we are done configuring the three networks. So this time we're gonna configure the router to router network. So router 0 in serial 0/1/0 IP address will be 192.168.1.97. Subnet mask will be 255.255.255./30 will be 252. No shutdown. Exit. Next up will be router 1. In interface serial 0/1/0 IP address will be 192.168.1.98. Then subnet mask will be 255.255.255.252. No shutdown command. Then exit. Uh, let's try pinging PC0 to PC2. 94. So it is unreachable, as you can see. Let's try to router rip. So let's go to router 0. Router rip, then version 2, no auto summary, network 192.168.1.0. Passive interface gigabit 0/0, then default information originate, then exit and then same procedure to router 1. Router rip version 2, no auto summary, network 192.168.1.0, passive interface gigabit 0/0, then default originate then end. So let's try again to ping PC0 to PC2. Ping 192.168.1.94. So it's successfully pinged. Let's try PC1. Ping 192.168.1.94. So let's try pinging PC2 to PC0 and PC1. Ping 192.168.1.62. So it's okay. Let's try pinging 192 the PC1. Ping 192.168.1.78. So uh, all networks are pinged successfully. So let's label just label it 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.62, 192.168.1.65, and 192.168.1.78. Here, router 1, 192.168.1.81, EC2, 192.168.1.94. 192.168.1.97 and 192.168.1.98. So here are the labeled IP address in every connections for every network. Thank you.